Storm Shield weather, certified most accurate.
And hi again, everyone. Well, the polar jet stream is way up over Canada. It's got the cold air locked up over there. Meantime, we have a west to east flow of high-level air across the midsection of the country, so we've been warm, and today we missed a record high by 1 degree in Tulsa. 73 today, the record high 74 in 1996. Tomorrow, we're going to try to do this again. 76 is the record high tomorrow, set back in 1929. So what do you think about all this warm air, not feeling like Christmas, more like we're getting closer to Easter? Let's go to meteorologist John Haverfield, who's been talking with folks today on Facebook and Twitter, and get their thoughts. John?
Yeah, that's right, Brett. We got a ton of comments on our Facebook about whether you like the warm air this time of year or you'd rather it feel a little bit colder for December. Here was our Facebook poll. We put it out. We asked you if you like the 70s today or like it a little bit colder. We got some great comments. I want to thank everybody for chiming in. We start off with Jason. He said he'd rather see some colder temps. Makes it really hard to usher in the season with these warmer temps. I'll have to agree with that. And Kelly says being able to stay warm in the sun and wear shorts and a t-shirt is fantastic compared to some of the alternatives, and we know those alternatives with being a bundle up in those heavy coats this time of year. Tina says pretending it's springtime, and it certainly does feel like spring out there, those south winds and all the moisture returning. Make sure you want to start working on the garden. Melissa says today is perfect. We can have a couple more weeks of this, then bring on lots and lots of snow, she says. And all I gotta say is be careful what you wish for, that's for sure. And Angela says it can snow on Christmas Day and then back to the 70s after that. And that could happen even on the same day, as we know here in Oklahoma. And Amy says the temps in the 70s are okay for a short spell, but there's nothing like cozying up by a hot fire by the fireplace while celebrating the holidays. That really doesn't happen when it's that warm. I'll have to agree with Amy on that. We also had our Twitter poll as to if you're happy with being in the 70s today. 60% say yes, 40% say no, I want it colder. So Brett, a pretty close split there. And I have to say, me personally, I could get used to the 70s being around. It feels pretty good out there today.
It does. I see a lot of folks in shorts and flip-flops and stuff like that. It's been providing these beautiful sunrises like this one from Brian Facina, 66th in Yale today. How about this picture from Johnny Kern, sunrise at Fort Gibson. And then Deanna Spunogle took this picture from her sunroom. You can see the sun rising behind the plants that are just probably loving this mild weather. We are looking out to the Pacific Northwest. This is the storm that's going to impact us this weekend. Look at that tight spiral. That's the low pressure area. It's going to drop into the Pacific Southwest, and then it's going to head out into our direction on Saturday. And as a result, we have a slight risk of severe weather from Tulsa southeastward. Notice Osage, Washington, Pawnee County, not in that slight risk right now, but in a marginal risk, and that slight risk extends all the way down into Texas. And on our future track at 6 a.m. Saturday morning, mainly dry, so the Owasso Christmas Parade could be dry, but by Saturday night, rain in Tulsa. This is where the heaviest line of thunderstorms is starting to show up in far eastern Oklahoma. It moves out to the east, the low pressure area moves around. It rains for a good portion of Sunday and then finally moves away Sunday afternoon. So Owasso likely dry Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Dewey could be wet at 5 p.m. and Tulsa and Sapulpa could be a bit on the stormy side. Our downtown camera here this evening, we've got cloudy skies outside, 63 degrees and northeast wind at 5 miles an hour. The dew point right now at 39. So a mild evening with the clouds on the increase and winds out of the northeast. Then 50 overnight tonight, mostly cloudy and breezy. We'll drop to 43 though at Bartlesville, 50 at Muskogee, 51 at McAllister. And tomorrow a muddled sky at 9 a.m., 57 degrees. We're back up to 68 by noon tomorrow as the temps take off with the sun out, 74, and it's more like October tomorrow instead of December. 74 is the average high in the middle part of October. Here's the 7-day forecast. It's warm up before it rains and thunders on Saturday, and we've turned the yellow light on for the caution of severe weather. Sunday, 100% chance of rain mainly in the morning, 57, then 60s Monday, Tuesday. John, here it comes, the colder air that everyone wished for.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's interesting to see it's kind of an even split, whether the warm air or the cold air this time of year. I guess we can get all here in Oklahoma.
I think we're all sitting here nodding in agreement with a lot of the comments on Facebook about the weather right now.
That's right. A lot of people talking about the weather.